Hello there, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me here on another edition of The High Ground. I hope that your Thursday night is going super awesome, and we got a very special guest for you guys tonight. So, a little bit of housekeeping before that. We did drop a quick review yesterday on the channel, again, General Economics Bunker on YouTube. We did our first Micro Galaxy Squadron review, so go check that out. It's only a few minutes long. Uh, I think they actually did a good job. I reviewed the ATST. And also, if you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it if you check out my very first interview with a Star Wars cast member. Her name is Leilani Shu, and she actually played Tika, the Jaguar, on Obi-Wan Kenobi show. She also plays other Jaguars in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. So that interview was really cool. It was pretty fun. She's awesome. So I'd appreciate it if you guys check that out again over on General Economics Bunker. Also, just in case you don't know, we do have a second channel now, General Economics Bunker en Español. So I would appreciate it if you guys check that out or share the content with people you think would enjoy it. Okay, that's it for housekeeping. Now, man, we got a show tonight. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this one. Well, I'm excited about all our guests always joining us. But this has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to talk to this person for the longest time. She's amazing. I've been following her for like years at this point, and so I'm super happy that it's finally happening. And you guys know how I'm talking about. I mean, I don't really need to introduce her. She is very well known in the Star Wars community, in the YouTube community, in the collective community, in the being an awesome person community. That's just, the way she is. She's amazing. She's a great collector, great person, like I said, over in general. But she's not only a fan, right? She also works with some big names out there for Star Wars. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But help me welcome here on the high ground for the very first time the Sith Queen herself, Nilda from Appetite for Collectibles. What is going on? How you doing?
What's up?
Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We appreciate
That
it.
was such a nice introduction.
Hey, like I said, and I've told you this, I'm a big fan, and I'm super happy that this is finally happening. Super excited. So, yeah, welcome, and we hope you have a good time around here on the high ground. And yeah, how's it going? How are things with you?
Good. Everything is good. I'm really happy to be on the show. I know I think we've been friends on Instagram for a long time.
We have, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was excited when you asked me if I wanted to get on, and I was like, yes, we're gonna make this work.
Oh yeah, no, and like I said, I appreciate you. I know that you're actually not at your usual setup. You were actually
I
visiting some
know.
family, and I really, really do appreciate you taking the time, and talking to us here tonight. So thank you for that. Um, so the one thing that I like to ask everybody when they're here on the high ground for the first time is to tell me a little bit about their secret origin, right? And that doesn't necessarily need to be, when you started collecting, but more on Star Wars, right? So, can you remember the first time that you fell in love with Star Wars?
So I remember being like roughly 6 or 7 years old, and I predominantly grew up in a very like Cuban household, and we weren't really allowed to speak English in my house. Um, my grandmother was like very strict,
Right.
and I remember my mom when my grandmother wasn't around, she would allow me to watch movies that I really wasn't supposed to.
Nice.
And I remember one time seeing on, I think it was like TBS, at the time, Star Wars was on, and I kept asking my mom what it was about. And she told me, so we started watching it. And the
Awesome.
first one I saw was Empire Strikes Back. And I
Oh,
just immediately was like,
of course.
what is this? And then she introduced me to all of them, and I just fell in love.
Oh, that's amazing. So, what a way to start, by the way. Start off
Yeah.
with the goat right there.
Mom
Um,
mom did a really good job.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome because for those of you who maybe are not, maybe of like more of a Latino culture descent like we are, um, most moms don't really go for that, right? Like that much, like the sci-fi, like my mom never did, honestly. And sometimes it falls more onto the dads, but so it's really cool that your mom actually, first of all, took the time to let you actually watch that stuff. And then like
I blame my mom mostly for all my stuff. Like
that's
she's the
amazing.
reason why I got into horror. She let me
That's
watch The
awesome.
Exorcist for the first time when I was 7 years old.
There you go. That must have been a trip though. At 7 years old.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is, yeah. I don't know if I could handle that at 7 years old, honestly. Um, but that's awesome. I mean, so it sounds like she had some good taste herself too.
Yeah,
Um,
she did.
yeah. So okay. So you get introduced to the movies. I'm assuming you catch up to the trilogy, right? After that,
Yeah.
and then around what time did you? Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Were you a fan of the prequels? Were you already watching episode one? Were you already like hyped about it like before?
Oh yeah. Episode 1, like I still remember this still to this day. I was in the 8th grade. My friends were freshmen in high school, and we used to I was that skater girl. I wore Jenko
Nice.
pants. I
That's
listened
awesome.
to a whole bunch of like punk rock music.
Yeah.
I was like big, like F the man type of attitude.
Nice.
And I used to go skateboarding with friends all the time. And I remember like I saw the poster at this old movie theater that used to be by my house. And I was just like, what? Phantom Menace? What's
Yeah.
going on here? You know, went on AOL because back then that was the way that people would Google stuff was
Yeah.
using
Absolutely.
AOL dial-up system. And looked it up and was like, okay. I asked my friends to go with me, and at first they made fun of me. They were like, dude, that's a nerd stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, let's go. It's gonna be fun. And my friends were like, well, if you buy the tickets, we'll go. So I
Oh
ended up buying
wow.
4 tickets,
Yeah.
and then we ended up going. And then all my friends were like, this was cool.
There you go. There you go. Spreading the love. I love that.
I
That's so cool.
know.
Speaking of, let me catch up here a little bit on the chat because it's on fire tonight. I'm
I
already
know. I was
falling
trying to
way
log on
behind.
my iPad so I can say hi to everybody.
Oh, awesome. Well, while you do that, let me just shout out some of the people here in the chat. We got Super Awesome Geek Show. Hey, hey, what is going on? Saying hi, Nilda.
Oh, I
We
love
got
him.
yeah, and he dropped his message early today. It's been from a couple hours ago, actually.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
we got GeForce Racing. What is going on, Mark? Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We
Hi,
got
Mark.
Dave from Dave's Dimension. Welcome, brother. Thank you so much. We got Martha. That's my mom. Hi.
Aw.
We got. Oh, that's right. Oh my lord, I forgot. GeForce,
It
happy
is
birthday.
G-Force's birthday.
Yes, and I started typing the message earlier and I got distracted on the from work and then I never sent it. So I'm sorry, dude, but happy birthday. I hope you have a super awesome one. You deserve the best wishes and everything. You're an awesome guy and I hope that you're having a lot of fun. We got Elijah as well. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Dave's Dimension says Nilda rocks. Yes, she does. She absolutely does. Jaeger 101, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for being here, man. By the way, congrats on the channel, dude. You are blowing up. You are gonna be at 3K in like no time, dude. So congratulations on that. Keep bringing us those breaking news for McFarlane DC. Guys, if you enjoy or you collect DC Multiverse, this is the guy you need to follow, okay? He's got, a network of informants in several, countries that bring him the latest and greatest. So he breaks
Oh,
this stuff,
wow.
even before Mike McFarlane even hints at it. So definitely go check out Jaeger 101. Dave saying hi to Jaeger. Jaeger saying hi to Dave. Rolando, what is going on, brother? Thank you so much for joining us here.
Rolando.
Rolando, our super duper mega mod here. He basically is in every stream, every time, all the time. I don't know how he does it. I'm pretty sure he's got a clone army of himself. So thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it.
I agree
Elijah
with
saying,
that.
Rolando saying, happy birthday, GeForce. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Oh, look who we got here. A good buddy of ours, Eben from the Spice Runners Lounge, saying hi to the Sith Queen. Absolutely. Eben, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. Saying hi to everybody. Elijah saying, Sith sis. There you go. Josue, what is going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Oh, we got the wolf
The
pack
wolf
in
pack.
the house. Appreciate you for stopping by, brother. Thank you so much. Guys, Wolfpack has actually been a guest here in the bunker a few episodes ago. So definitely go check that out. Awesome guy, incredible toy hunter. He is, like I said, he's probably gonna be in the Mount Rushmore of toy hunting. So if I ever
Yeah.
finish it on Minecraft, he's gonna be there. So definitely awesome guy. Definitely go check out our interview with him. Super duper fun. Brad, what is going on, man? Thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you.
What's
Uh,
up?
Brad had an awesome stream earlier today where he was actually gifting memberships to his channel. So it was pretty cool. If you guys haven't checked out Collecting with Cool, definitely go check out some good Star Wars content there. Rolando dropping some of the links. I appreciate you, brother. So, guys, if you see Rolando, who is a mod here in the channel, drop some links here on the chat. I would appreciate it if you guys go check him out, whether it be on Instagram or YouTube. Make sure you follow, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Okay, let's help each other out around here. Um, Eben says flex wins. Absolutely, man. Every time, all the
Yes,
time.
every time.
And here we got some more links. Thank you, Rolando, for that. Everybody saying hi. Let's see. Um, let's say Collecting Cool says, let's talk about that Order 60 relation across the shows from the different points of view. Man, it seems like they are, they're pretty happy about making us suffer. Like every show now seems to have a callback to Order 66, right? I mean, it wasn't bad enough, almost 20 years ago when we saw it. They keep bringing it back. They keep twisting the knife. Pablo, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you. Oh, look who we got here, Star Wars Sith.
It's
Thank you
my
so
buddy.
much. Yeah, yeah. So we actually just recorded, I guess tomorrow's episode for his show. So I was lucky enough to be a guest. And spoiler alert, he's actually going to be my guest next week here on the High Ground. So check us out
And I
then.
think I'm actually going to be a guest of
Yes, on
his
his.
in
He was telling me,
March.
yeah.
Yeah.
So one big
And
happy
then me and
family.
him and
That's
I think me and him are supposed to link up at ICC and then hang out at MegaCon.
awesome, dude. MegaCon is shaping up like crazy. Like they are bringing on the heat on that. It's looking really really good. Uh,
I'm going to be hated very badly. So far, I'm coming in with a total of 20 items for Rosario Dawson.
Whoa, nice. Oh, I saw you posted about taking items to her, like to get signed.
Yeah.
Um, so on that, let's go ahead and because the chat is just it's crazy, so I don't think I'm gonna catch up tonight. But let's go ahead and talk about a little bit on the collectibles, right? So do you remember more or less what was your first piece, the one that made you feel like, you know what, I think I'm catching the bug, I think I want more of this, in terms of collecting, like the one that got you started.
The one that got me started was my mom had bought me this little stuffed animal of an Ewok,
Ah,
and
that's
I
super cute.
eventually just like fell in love with them. And like, I don't know if you saw, I have like a little good collection of Ewoks. I got them
Yes.
all graded. My friends make fun of me because I love them, but they're just like my holy grail. But once I got that, I was just like hooked. And then
Absolutely.
when the whole like Funko Pop nation started kicking in, I started buying a whole bunch of stuff there and then started getting slowly into like the vintage collecting.
That's awesome. So on that, let me share here a couple of pictures that you were gracious enough to share with us. So this is what Nilda's collection. This is a sample
It's
of it, right?
starting. It's
Exactly.
starting.
So I see here these are the guys you're talking about for the
Yeah, those are
Ewoks
my Ewoks.
graded. Yeah, and I see you got some Ewok show merchandise as well.
Yeah.
Very
It's
cool.
an original phone from like
Oh, it is a phone.
1970s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phone.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool.
It still works.
Oh, really? That's insane. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, this so some of the merchandise for the Ewoks cartoon show, right, is first of all, it's very hard to come by, because they didn't make that much of it like they did for the films, right? So some of those figures get up there quite a bit, like in price, and just like I said, just the in not being available, even if you do have the cash. So okay, so let's go a little bit through this. And for those of you who follow Nilda, and I think pretty much everyone here in the chat does, Uh, as you know, she is a Ahsoka fan, right? So I see her here very well represented in the shelf. So you got some lunch flies. Looks like you got some pops. I see a Black Series. I see vintage collection. Do I see a couple autographs in there?
Yeah, I've got one Funko Pop sign. I got one Black Series sign. I've got a Topps Marvel card signed by
Oh,
Ashley
I see that.
XC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, like it's hidden, but I have a picture with me and Ashley. It was like the first time us meeting.
Oh, that's
She
awesome.
she signed that for me too. And then when I met her last year in MegaCon, she actually ended up signing my leg, and I got that
I saw that.
tattooed.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up, which I thought was so freaking cool. So Nilda had Ashley Eckstein sign her leg, like autograph her leg, and she literally just went to the other side of the con and got it tattooed on her leg, which is freaking dope. Okay.
Yeah,
Eh,
what's his name? Flex was recording the whole
yes,
entire
that's right.
segment. It was hilarious.
Yes, it was super awesome. I remember watching that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not jealous at all. What are you talking about? So it was super cool, and so yeah, that's now that is how you know she is a true fan. Um, and then down here, I see something that I myself, dive into as well. You see some of the Boba Fett. We got so this is the vintage one from
Yes.
what is it, 79, 80? I forget.
Yeah, it's from
Um,
General Mills.
Yes, exactly. Which I actually have one. Well, you can't see it. It's back there. But mine is actually missing some parts. Mine is missing a one of the hands, and of course, the jetpack and the Wookiee braids and that stuff. But
So
I got
mine has everything. I think the only thing I'm missing is just so the right side of the cape kind of broke off.
okay.
So Joel Hazy, who makes all the custom work,
Yeah.
we traded a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm actually buying the General Grievous diorama that he custom made for me.
Oh, no way.
Um and he's sending me the missing cape that I'm missing for Boba Fett and the cape that I'm missing for my General Mills Darth Vader as well.
Oh, that is awesome. That is super cool. Yeah, I have that Vader actually up there. Mine's missing the lightsaber.
Yeah, I
So
remember you told
I need
me.
that. Yeah, so I need that. Um, so very nice. I see some of the 90s goodness right there as
Mhm.
well. I personally did enjoy that line. I thought it was very well made for the time.
Well,
Those
certain
12-inch.
certain ones I thought they were pretty cool. Like Vader looks super cool.
Yeah.
The original Stormtroopers look
Yep.
great. I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi, face wise, sculpt
Yeah.
wise, I thought it was great. It looked just like Alec McGuinness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, who else? I like Leia. Just the face looked more like Barbie-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
But
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but out of all of them, I still have only kept was just Boba Fett, Vader, a stormtrooper, and I think I saved Greedo.
Oh, really? Okay. Nice.
Yeah, because Greedo was an original Sears
That's
release
right.
that
That's right.
you could only pick him up in Sears.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. You're right. So yeah, I always thought this collection was nice. I always liked the packaging too. I thought it was good. It was some good packaging there. Then of course, we got some statues. We got my man right there, the General,
Obi-Wan.
of course. And then we got some premium formats up here, and you got some heat as well. Check out that Darth Maul. Is that the version from Solo? If I
Yeah, it's the version from Solo. That was actually my first hot toy I
Oh,
ever
really?
bought. That was my gift to myself for my 33rd birthday. I
Nice.
finally was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna cave in. I'm gonna start buying some hot toys.
Yeah,
And that was the first one that I saw, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it.
yeah. Well, that is not a bad one to start off with. I myself just took the plunge last year while I was at Celebration. I ordered the Chrome Clone Trooper, the
Hmm.
special edition. That was my first hot toy, but I already have another one, so uh, you know I'm already
They're
going
addicting.
down. They really are. Yeah, they're good. I mean, I as many of it's one of those things that you sort of kind of end up with, right? When you're in collecting. So you got Grievous, you got Django, you got Boba, Ahsoka, Cody, and then the stat. And I remember you picked this one up, uh, and it was awesome. Like the when I remember seeing you picking the stab and the Anakin, um, with it.
So I
So,
was cleaning out one of my shelves, and I don't know if you can see it, but like behind Cody and Ahsoka, Anakin kind of like flopped over.
oh no way! Yeah, I see a leg right
Yes.
there. You're right.
So I
I see
gotta
the
I gotta
foot.
pick him up and move him.
That's hilarious. So I see some autographs as well up here.
Yeah, so Dominic Pace is actually a good friend of mine.
Nice.
He was one of the bounty hunters in the first season of The Mandalorian.
Right.
And when he came down here, he did like a whole kickstart thing for, for his character. So I ended up buying like the whole kickstart, and he
Nice.
ended up signing like a whole bunch of stuff. I've
Yeah.
got like a fob. I got that signed. I got like somewhat replicas from like the Mandalorian, which was like the original coins that they were using to pay for the bounties. Those are signed.
Yes.
He had like a custom Lego made for him. I got that signed
Oh no
too.
way! That is freaking cool.
Yeah. So I always like to support the little characters in Star Wars
Sure.
because you
Yeah.
never know, like one day they could be something big.
Oh,
I know like
absolutely.
he's there, it's rumored that he's like been on the lookout for people to have him as the new what is it, Kingpin? For
Yes.
yeah, so he's been
Yes.
auditioning for that, and like we still talk from time to time, but he's a really nice guy. Every time he
That's
comes down
awesome.
here, I always make sure to say like visit him and say hi.
Dude, that is so cool. And yeah, it looks like all of that stuff's actually looking pretty good. Um, so they no, you're absolutely right. You never really know with these characters, like you said, you never really know how far they're gonna get, right? I mean, some of them are introduced as like a little cameo, or they have one or maybe two lines in the whole show, but then the next season, right? They come back and they're given a role like more important one, and so they
Mhm.
sort of like blow up, right? So it's really cool that you show love to those actors and to those characters, definitely. So I
Thank
wanted to
you.
bring up this, guys, just in case you don't know. Rolando dropping the links here. There is a GoFundMe campaign going on right now for our friend here, Duffman Dioramas. So if you are so inclined, and we would greatly appreciate it, whatever you can donate helps. Okay. So the link is in the chat. I would appreciate if you guys check it out, and please consider donating again. For this is to help out our friend here, Duffman Dioramas. And there will also be a stream. Here we go, with Dave's Dimension to help out that fundraiser. So that is coming up here on what is it, Saturday? So definitely go check that out. Check out the link here that Rolando dropped in the chat. Be checking Dave's Dimensions socials so that you know exactly when it's going to happen. Set a reminder here on YouTube, all of that good stuff. So we would appreciate it if you guys swing by there. G4 says, "Thank you for all the birthday wishes." Oh, absolutely, man. Like I said, you're one of the good ones too.
G-Force, I'm gonna send you something, buddy.
There you go.
He
Absolutely.
got me really good, so I'm gonna pay him back.
That's awesome, man. That's one like amazing part of this community, definitely. Um, I challenge someone to find a better mod. No, dude,
Oh, he's the best.
yeah, I was gonna say, I still not sure how he does it. Silk Alchemy is my guess, but he is amazing. He's in all of our streams, always showing support. So we
Mhm.
appreciate you, Rolando, definitely. Star Wars It says, yes, ICCC gang, all three of us will be there. And yeah, I'll be at MegaCon Thursday and Saturday. Got Hayden and Charlie Cox. What? Photo ops on Saturday. Come on, man. You can't you can't see Hayden in London and in like MegaCon. That's
As
not fair.
much as much as I want to see Hayden again, it's like I already met him last year. I
Oh,
don't
did you?
want,
Nice.
yeah, I don't want to pay those prices again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It gets up there for sure.
Oh
Appreciate you,
yeah.
Rolando, again for dropping those links
Thanks,
for
Rolando.
Nilda. Hey Sean, what is going on? No, man, you're right on time. Thank you
Sean.
for being here, man. Appreciate you.
Sean is the brother, the older brother that I wish I had, even though I have an older brother.
That's awesome. That's probably the best description I've heard for him. But yeah, you're right. I see it.
It was me and Sean we're basically like love at first sight as brother and sister. We met at ICC and we have been like this ever
That's amazing.
since.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to. I'm still so it's still within my plans to go to ICCC. I actually got media passes, so I'm really
Okay.
hoping that I get to make it out there. And hopefully meet most of you guys, right? Because it seems like the con to be, if you're into Star Wars. Again, of course, aside from maybe Celebration, right? But that's gotten a little expensive. Um, so Wolfpack says makes me feel is perfect. Yeah. Um, Also, 8 hour stream this Saturday. Yes, absolutely. So please be checking Dave's Dimension socials. Go swing by his YouTube channel so that you can set up a reminder for all those live streams. Appreciate you guys. EC in the house. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for stopping by. G4 says, Nilda, don't send me anything. Buy that puppy treat on me.
No, I'm still gonna send you something.
Awesome. See, there you go. It's gonna be like a nice reunion of all of us out there, I think.
I
uh
know it's gonna be a huge reunion.
yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then so I wanted to share here this other image that shows up a little bit more of of what you have. But so okay, a lot of stuff going on, but we'll try to keep it in order. So this, let me zoom in a little bit here. You made a very cool video of you modifying and weathering basically this chopper from, this was from Galaxy's Edge if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
um, and so guys, go definitely go check that out. She did a really good job. This picture doesn't do it justice. There's a lot more on the video, and she shows the whole process, and it came out like awesome. Like it was a cool piece to begin with, but just with the work that Nilda put in, like it came out so much better. Like it looks really good.
that was like my second modification that I did. So like my first one was I modified what is it called? A blaster from the Mandalorian, but it was a
Yeah,
Nerf
that
gun.
yeah, I
And
remember that.
I customized it to be like hot pink. And
Yeah.
then Janine, who's Scott Berry's wife, like I'm
Yes.
always constantly seeing her like she's modifying or like weathering toys. So
Right.
I was home bored one Saturday and I like my boyfriend texted me and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm going to modify my droid." And he was like, "Okay, have fun."
That's
And
awesome.
like I made a whole trip out of it, went to Home Depot, bought paint, was just
Nice.
like BSing around and then I was up until like 3 in the morning just weathering him and having such a fun time at my house.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so with the video that she did is really good because she shows you like basically step by step what she did. And like I said, guys, definitely if you're thinking about it, go check out that video. uh doesn't have to be specifically for that chopper, it could be for any other figure or some of the weapons even that have really good molding, but sometimes the paint is not super detailed, or you want it to look a little bit more realistic in terms of the scuffs, the weathering, all of that stuff, right? So definitely check out that video from Nilda. We got some awesome helmets. Of course, we got the Mando, and we got the Clone Trooper Phase 2 Ahsoka, excuse me, paint details on it, of course. And we got, see, I always kind of wanted this TIE fighter. This is the Black Series First Order. What was it called? Special Forces TIE fighter, right?
TIE fighter.
And this thing was crazy. So it's basically almost to scale, right, to the 6-inch figures,
It's
but
massive.
it is massive. I still remember that box. And unfortunately, I think that actually hurt it because it didn't sell specifically well, right? Um, because people were just like, "Where am I gonna put that thing?" Like it's awesome, it's super cool, but I feel that a lot of people didn't go for it because of that, just because of the space. Um, I kind of wish I had, back then. I didn't. I definitely didn't have the space for it. But at the same time, I look back on it, and every time I see a picture like this, I'm like, man, I should have just pulled the trigger. It was pretty cool. And
I originally put it on that shelf, but like I think I'm probably gonna go to IKEA this weekend. I want to kind of get the same shelf that I have it on right now and add it to
okay,
like the other side of where my window is. And where my window is, I think I'm gonna just do that as only vehicles. So I'm just
okay,
gonna have like my two TIE fighters that I have. I have a big one and a small one. I have a Millennium Falcon. I have two Slave One ships.
nice,
So I'm gonna put those there, and then where I have the setup now, I was gonna use those for all my custom dioramas that me and Joel are gonna be doing within the next couple of years. I'm gonna be ordering like every 2 months
sure.
dioramas from him.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, guys, if you don't know Joel Hussey, sorry, he is part of the Spice Runners Lounge, and he's just an incredible and super prolific artist. Okay, he customizes, well, like we just mentioned, dioramas, but he also puts together basically his own like hot toys. You know, he modifies like, you know, two, three hot toys into a different one. He The last thing that I saw from him was that Mudhorn, um, to scale with the hot toys. You know, Mandalorian. That thing looked insane.
Hmm.
He did a one-to-one Tauntaun head that is just incredible. So super talented. Definitely go check him out over on Instagram. He posts a lot of his stuff. So I see here a little bit of that. So this is the Crash Tie Fighter, right? Base and small diorama, and I think you put Moff Gideon right on top of that one, if I remember correctly.
Yes. So I remember a while back, like I was indecisive if I wanted to sell my Moff Gideon hot toy. I never
Sure.
opened it. It was still in the box. And then after a while, like I met Giancarlo Esposito at MegaCon, and I was just like, this guy was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen people's reviews. Let me open this thing up. So I finally opened it and I was like, wow, the face sculpt on this is probably the most
Yes.
beautiful face sculpt I've ever seen.
Yes. No, I agree.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so me and Joel were talking about it, and I said to him, I'm like, dude, like this hot toy cannot just sit here by itself.
Right.
I was like, I need something. Like I said to him, I go, I need your magic. And I said
Yes.
to him, I go, do you remember the scene when Moff Gideon crashed? And he goes, yeah. And I said, I need that.
That is amazing. And sure enough, he pulled it off. I mean, Joel
Yeah.
is kind of crazy that way. Uh, you know, he will get an idea, and like half an hour later he'll have like, you know, half of the work done already. Like it's kind of crazy that like how fast, you know, he can actually like pull off stuff and build something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel that he just has to keep busy, so he's always like building or always thinking about what the next thing is. So
And the awesome thing about Joel is he actually does this for fun.
yeah.
Like, it's for fun. It's not like a career. He does this
No.
for fun. So it's like you need more people like that in the community.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and you can tell, right, with his work that it's coming from a place of love, right? Not just, you know,
Yeah.
not just, hey, let's churn it out to sell it faster or things like that. Like you can absolutely tell that he's putting in the work because that's what he enjoys. And like you said,
Yeah.
that this is fun for him, you know. If you guys haven't seen him, you know, every time he does a live, he's in his workshop, and he just has like dozens and dozens of pieces behind him, right? That are just, you know, sort of either work in progress or things like that. So he's always building something. Um, okay, so another thing that I wanted to talk about, because I find it pretty cool and awesome, is your involvement. You're an ambassador for the brand called Her Universe. And in case you guys don't know what that is a clothing and accessory line by none other than Ashley Eckstein. Sorry, tongue twister right there. Who played, you know, or who voices Ahsoka in the Clone Wars show. Well, not just in Clone Wars, pretty much in everything else. And so she has, you know, she has her own brand, like I said, and it is, first of all, it's super cool. It's very much obviously Star Wars inspired, but her designs, you know, are some of them are really subtle. Like, you know, you if you don't know, like you couldn't really tell that they're actually that there's, you know, symbols here and there for Star Wars. And you know, her designs are always really cool. Like they're not over the top. They're really low key, like inspired by the universe, right? Of Star Wars universe. And so tell us a little bit how that came to be, how it's going, and if you can say, you know, if there's anything in the future for that.
So I want to say like 2.5 years ago, my friend Jackie actually works for Ashley Eckstein.
Nice.
And I saw that they were posting that Ashley was coming to Orlando for this convention called Fanboy, and she was there with Matt Lanter, and they were doing like a Clone Wars reunion with
Nice.
Ahsoka and Hayden. I mean, Ahsoka and
And
I'm having like a
Anakin.
brain fart, and Anakin,
Yeah.
and James Taylor was supposed to actually come and like meet them. James Arnold was supposed to come and meet them, and he ended up not showing up. So it was just the
Oh.
two of them. So I get there, I meet Ashley for the first time, and my friend Jackie tells her, like, oh, this is my friend Nilda. And when Ashley first hears my name, I actually have the video still. It's like the cutest thing in the world, and it actually made me start crying. She was like, "Your name is like a Jedi." And,
That is
you
awesome.
know, I lost it. I
Of
cried. I think
course.
me and her talked for like about 10 minutes. And then when she saw that I went back to do the photo op, she was like, "Oh, you're back." And then we talked a little bit more afterwards. And I actually was wearing the Ahsoka Tano jacket from her
Oh,
universe because I was
perfect.
originally buying from already from that
Sure.
company.
Yeah.
And she said to me, she's like, "You should be a brand ambassador."
Come
And
on.
I went and applied
Yeah.
on their website, and then I had a whole bunch of friends of mine like tagging me and stuff like that, and telling like her universe like you need to pick Nilda. And then within like 6 hours, her universe was like check your email, and when I checked, they sent me the thing to be a brand ambassador, and I've been with them now for like a year and a half.
That is so awesome. And so yeah, guys. So I remember this because I actually shared your
My
your post.
post.
Yeah, and I remember her universe like liking it, and I was all ecstatic. I think I screenshot it and sent it to you. I was like, look,
Yeah.
they are listening.
I was
uh,
like, "What? Wait,
yeah,
what? They're looking. They're
exactly.
looking. Yes."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So super awesome. That's about the best way to come into that, right? I mean, to be asked by Ahsoka herself to join her. Um, so guys, if you check out over at Nilda's Instagram, she will post regularly when she has some of the products showcasing from her universe, and it's pretty cool stuff. So again, guys, if you're looking for like a present for a Star Wars fan, trust me, these things are pretty cool. So definitely go check that out. And I'm super happy that that's working out for you. I hope that it keeps going right for many many years. It just makes perfect sense to me that you should be an ambassador for that brand. Absolutely.
I know, like, I'm like, still to this day, like, every time they send me something to, like, you know, showcase, or, like, when they pick me and they showcase me on their thing, like,
Yes.
I freak out because I'm like, "This is real." Like, I've been buying clothes from this company for a year, and then to, like, actually be representing it, and, they send out, not because, I'm an ambassador for them, but they actually send out, like, really good quality clothing, and
Yeah.
they hit both trademarks. They hit women and men. And they're diving into every type of platform. They're not only just doing Star Wars, they're doing Marvel, they've been doing Doctor Who, they've been doing a
True.
lot of
True.
Disney stuff. So like the next campaigns that I'm like set up with them, it's all like Disney origin stuff.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. The last campaign I did for them was which is gonna be a dress that I'm gonna be wearing at MegaCon to meet Rosario Dawson.
Oh,
They
perfect.
sent they sent an Ahsoka dress from The
Perfect.
Mandalorian, and then I had gotten a T-shirt from Ant-Man Quantumania, and I thought that shirt was pretty dope.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, that is so cool. And that's gonna be just perfect. I mean, to meet Rosario Dawson, wearing that just
I
makes
know,
sense.
I'm gonna try so hard not to cry.
Dude, that's gonna be so cool, and I'm so glad for you. Like I said, any other projects that do you have any other ambassador or affiliated or things like that for other brands?
Well, I'm affiliated with Iron Studios. They recently, like I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they sent me my first statue that they wanted me to review.
Very
I did
nice.
like a quick little cute video on Instagram, and they had sent me like a surprise statue. Like they didn't tell me anything what they were sending me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it ended up being Moff Gideon. It
Yes,
was
I saw
a
that.
1/10 scale, and it's so cool that I actually like want to take it with me to MegaCon and have Giancarlo
Right,
sign it on the bottom
right. Yeah,
because
that would
he
be
loves
insane.
that stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I saw him. So I was getting my autograph for the armor last year in a celebration. So Emily Swallow, she had her table or her booth right next to Giancarlo, right? And I regret not getting his signature, to be honest with you, because as I was standing in line again to get to Emily, I was just looking over, and Giancarlo was like amazing with everybody,
Yeah,
taking his time, talking to them, taking pictures, even though quote unquote he wasn't supposed to. Um,
yeah,
and so I was like, man, like I should have, I should have grabbed that. And I tried to go online at like right there and then, and he was sold out. Like already, he didn't have any more like spots available. So I was like, dang it, like I don't know. I felt I missed out because it seems like it was a great experience. Like he was just
Yeah.
enjoying himself too. So yeah, so that if you take him that statue, yeah, he's gonna be like all over it.
When I met him last year, he was super cool because I'm a huge fanatic of the show Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. I think he was on Kids, as well. Like he's been in the acting world for a long time. And then like when you get to meet him, you look at him and you're like, oh, this guy looks so nice. Like he's so warm. I want to hug him. But then in your
Yeah.
mind, you're like, oh my God, this is Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Yep.
He is a psychopath.
Yeah.
And then you're also going, wait a second, this is Moff Gideon.
Yep.
He's also
Also
another
kind of yeah,
psychopath.
exactly.
So it's like you're hugging and saying hi to somebody who could be like a grandfather, but you're also in your mind going like this dude plays psychopaths in
Yeah.
every movie he's in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And but yeah, no, you're right. I mean, he was super warm with the people that were there, to get his autograph and stuff. Obviously, especially with the kids, right? He was just amazing, and talking to them and making sure that we're having a good time and all of that stuff. So, yeah, awesome guy by all accounts. So hopefully, I get the chance and get at least his autograph or a picture with him, next time. Um, so, any sorry, any upcoming projects that you want to talk to us about? First of all, guys, so Nilda is pretty busy as it is. Okay, she runs a very awesome YouTube channel called Appetite for Collectibles. All right, so if you haven't checked it out on YouTube, I don't know what you're doing, but you definitely need to go check it out. Also, she is now I would say a permanent part, right, of the Sidcast, which goes on Wednesdays. Sorry, remind me of what time is that?
8:05.
Yes, at 8:05, which is 7:05 for us here in the Central Time Zone. So definitely go check them out. They always bring the heat every show. Nilda's there again, the new Sith Queen, ruling, and so definitely go check them out. Again, check out Nilda over on Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff. And but is there anything else that you want to share with us that maybe you have upcoming?
So right now, there's a convention going on soon that's called Super Fan Con, and I'm like keeping this on the low, but I'll air it on here. I'm
Oh
actually going
snap!
to be interviewing one of the Jawas, of the Mandalorian.
What?
Yeah, so you'll see the video. I'll be dropping hints very soon that I'll be doing it, but I am interviewing that special lady. And I'm also crossing my fingers. We're trying to work our schedule as well, and I'll drop a hint as well. Because I'm somebody that always believes in like women empowerment, and
Sure,
I think it's badass women characters of Star Wars.
absolutely,
So I
yeah.
kind of wanted to start doing a whole branch segment where I'm only interviewing the women of Star Wars.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
my next one that I have, we're trying to like put our schedules together because she's very busy too. I will say that I'll give you guys two hints.
Uh
She was a female character on Revenge of the Sith.
oh. Ooh.
And she had a very short life and was killed by her clone troopers.
Oh, what? What?
So yeah, me and her have been emailing each other for,
Oh,
I
that's
want
so
to
cool.
say, yeah, like she found me on Instagram, which is funny. Like she liked two of my photos on Instagram. So I
Right?
liked hers. I liked a couple of hers, like
Right?
to just like tease it. And
Sure,
then
yeah.
she liked five more of my photos.
Oh,
So then
that's
I started
awesome.
liking more of hers. And then she started following me. So then,
Nice.
I reached out to her and she was like, yeah, she's like, let's put our schedules together. And like I said, we've been talking for like the past 3 days now. So we're just, like I
Oh,
said, it's a
that is
schedule
so
thing.
awesome.
I'll,
That's
I'll
so
tell
cool.
you, I'll tell you who it is when we log
Yes,
off.
I kind of got an idea, but that is so freaking cool. That is so awesome. I'm so happy for you. That makes perfect sense to me. And yeah, I can't wait for that now. Now I'm excited about that too. Um,
Yeah.
so I appreciate the giving us the scoop here on the high ground. Because yeah, that's gonna be amazing. So yeah, guys, again, do not miss any of this. make sure you are subscribed and following Nilda over on YouTube again, Appetite for Collectibles, and over on Instagram as Nilda. I'm blanking out on your Nilda listens. Okay, that's her username.
I know it's a tongue
Also,
twister name.
that's all right. And I know that Rolando dropped some of those links already in the chat, so make sure you check those out because you definitely are not gonna want to miss this. This project's coming up. So, wow, we got quite a turnout today. So I'm gonna take here a little bit of time away and steal the spotlight a little bit from our guest, but she's super cool and she knows what I'm about to do. So
Do it.
guys, yeah, so a little bit of a surprise tonight. And it just worked out that we had a stream, lined up for tonight, and so I'm going to take the opportunity. We just got to 750 subscribers in our YouTube channel, which is bonkers. Okay, it's so awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Uh, you know, Never would I have imagined that I would have made it this far. I was happy with 75, let alone 750. So thank you so much for all of that. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the watch time, all of that. And I want to thank here especially to the people that are tuning in right now, because I know that the grand majority of people here right now in the chat are basically my regulars, right? They're the ones that are always there on the videos, on the posts on Instagram, etc. So to say thank you, no, we didn't announce this. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. To say thank you, what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna have a very special giveaway. Okay, again, unannounced, just for the people that are here and some of the people that I know, have always been supporting the channel for a lot of time now. So let me show you what I will be giving away right now. Hold on, because I just dropped it.
Hi everyone. I like for some reason my iPad is not connecting. So I can't what is it? I can't write on the chat, but I just want to say hi to everyone and for not responding.
Yeah, it's funny how technology doesn't cooperate right when we need it the most.
I know.
Okay, so everybody ready? This is what we're gonna be giving away right now. We got the celebration exclusive Pass Bisla with the John Favreau head right there. Now this thing is pretty cool, guys. It's the heavy Mando body, and you can see sort of the details right there on the packaging. And then we got it with our man, our savior, John Favreau. So this again was an exclusive to Celebration last year, and we're gonna be giving this away right now. So guys in the
Oh
chat,
boy.
do me a favor. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna try to keep it easy here. Just do hashtag General Kenobi's Bunker is the absolute best Star Wars show in YouTube. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that. Let's just do. Let's keep it simple. Let's do hashtag pass. And if you don't know how to spell it, it's right here. It's PAC. Just hashtag pass. We're gonna keep it light. We're gonna keep it easy. So do me a favor, guys. Type that in the chat so that I can grab the comments, and let's do this thing. So Nilda, if you cannot comment, I will manually input you.
No, I own one, so we're good. I own one.
So yeah, hashtag pass PAZ. Go ahead, guys. We'll give it a couple minutes. Please go ahead and type that here in the chat. Hashtag PAZ. That's for Pass Vizsla. So again, guys, this is just a small token of my appreciation to everybody that's here tonight, everybody that swings by the channel, the other lives that I do, comments on a video, just leaves your likes, like all of that stuff. I truly appreciate you guys so much, and I'm so happy that it got to be on this episode because it just makes sense to me. And like I said, I'm a big fan of you, and I'm so happy that this is going on when you're here in the high ground with us. Again, sorry about stealing a little bit of the time, but I
Oh,
kind
I
of
don't
wanted to
care.
do
This
this.
is funny.
Yeah, I wanted to do this.
I'm laughing that the Wolf Pack put hashtag General Kenobi is the best
Oh,
channel
there
on
you go.
YouTube.
That's it, Wolfpack. You win. That's it. No contest. I'm kidding. That is so awesome. So last time, guys, okay, we're about to close it. Hashtag PAZ for pass, as in pass Vizsla. Hashtag PAZ. Hopefully everybody here. Let me just double check some people that I saw earlier that hopefully they're still around. I think I see the Legacy of Nerd. Okay, I see Eben. I think we're getting here to just about everybody.
Hmm.
Okay, so let me do this thing here, which is the giveaway tool. But you know what? We'll keep it transparent. Let me see if I can share that here on the stream, just so that people don't say that I rigged this in any way, shape, or form. Because honestly, I don't even know how to. So let's share here. So we're gonna do hashtag PAC, and let's start. Let's collect some comments. Oh, we got 13 entries. That's pretty good odds, I think.
Hmm.
So guys, is everybody got it? Hashtag PAZ. It's on the screen right now, just in case you don't know how to spell it. Hashtag PAZ, guys. Going once. Let's go. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Going twice. Everybody got it in. Everybody's good. Okay. That's it. Going twice. Let's do this. Let us draw. Oh, got some good people here. Let's see. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Oh, it's
Oh,
getting close.
oh, of
Flex,
course.
Flex rigged this. Flex rigged this. He rigged this.
Oh
Flex,
my lord.
Flex wins every
Oh, come on.
giveaway. It is
Well,
rigged.
guys, in case you were wondering, that's why the hashtag flex wins exists. Okay. So congratulations, brother. Thank you so much for all your support. Guys, again, if you don't know, Flex is having a little bit of a rough time, with his health. But he is truly an inspiration to myself, and I believe to others, because he keeps up his good spirits like all the time. There's been literally times where he just got out of chemotherapy and swings by here on the chat. So I cannot thank you enough, brother. I'm so glad this is going to you. Like I said, and I've told you this before, you're gonna come out of this, just that much stronger. So stay strong. We're with you. We're always thinking about you, sending you good vibes. So you're gonna get to a better place very soon. And so we hope that you keep your strength up as well as your family, right? So congratulations to Star
Congrats,
Wars 77,
Flex.
Flex, Elijah. Thank you so much once again to everybody that has been supporting the channel to get us to this milestone, which is, again, we just hit 750 subscribers. So thank you so much. I really truly appreciate you. And yeah, so again, last plug, if you haven't, go check out General Economics Bunker on YouTube. I would appreciate it. We also got a Spanish channel now, General Economics Bunker en Español. So go check us out over there, where we just reached 120 subscribers. So we're doing pretty good. Okay, so there's that. Elijah, I'll message you, but I think I have your mailing information anyway. So congratulations. Good
Congrats,
job.
Flex.
Yeah, congrats.
I love him. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see him at ICC. I think I get super emotional. I'll probably cry like hugging him.
Yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be awesome. Like I said, I'm hoping to be out there myself. So that's gonna be super super cool. Um, okay, so let's keep going a little bit more with your collection, because you don't just like Star Wars, right? You mentioned that you like horror as well. So do you have a specific line that maybe you're collecting for horror right now?
For the longest time, I was collecting NECA, which was funny. Like 2 years ago, I used to be called like the NECA queen because I literally had every NECA horror line you can think of. I had downsized to that.
Right.
I only was collecting now horror, just either replicas or anything signed by actors. So I usually go to this convention in Orlando called Spooky Empire, and I went
Nice.
like a year and a half ago, and I got to meet Robert Englund, which that was, you know, the grail of all
Yes.
horror people I needed to meet. I was like literally shaking in his arms.
Oh,
And if you
that's
go on my
amazing.
and if you go on my Instagram page, you'll see the photo with me and him, and my whole face is completely red because I'm just like, "Oh my gosh."
That is freaking cool. So did you keep some of the NECA pieces though?
Yeah, I still have some of my NECA pieces. I still have some of my Hot Toys that I have from horror that, I just haven't, well, sideshow pieces. I
Right.
haven't really unboxed them. I love collecting Universal Monsters. That's always been my thing. I have a whole
Yes.
bunch of Universal Monster busts, comic books, Funko Pops of Universal Monsters. So I just only wanted to specifically stick to one line. So it's just going to be Universal Monsters for me.
That's cool. That's very worthy. Very very cool. So excuse me. So what would you say, uh because I keep sort of, it seems to be a little bit of a theme, and I think that it's just natural, right? Like you mentioned, sometimes we kind of feel like we got to downsize our collection, right? um and I feel it's important to know when that time, is right. And I always say, you collect what you like. You don't have to collect expensive stuff or super rare stuff. Just collect what you like, right? But within that, it is very hard to keep yourself in check, right? Sometimes you just um, sort of get, in the moment, or get like swept up in, like, oh no, I have to have this like when it comes out. Or you know what, I have 4 out of 5. If the collection is 5, I'll just pick that other one because why not? Even though I don't like it that much. So I've always felt that it's a natural progression for any collector to get to a point when they're like, you know what, I think I don't, absolutely love every single piece that I have right now. So why not, downsize, right? Or shift the focus of the collection, or things like that.
Yeah.
Is there any advice that you would give, to some of the collectors out there when it comes to that?
Um, I tell people now, like, just collect what you love, collect what makes you happy, but do it in a more like moderate or self-control type
Sure.
of way. So, I'm always an open book. I'm very blunt. I don't care about telling anybody about my personal life, but, you know, when COVID first happened, nobody was able to do anything. You were basically home the whole entire time. And I was collecting more than what I usually did. And,
Sure.
my grandfather ended up passing away, and, he was the love of my life. And I got
Sorry
very
about that.
depressed. Thank
Yeah.
you. I got very depressed when my grandfather died, and I just kept collecting like crazy. And then, I had went through a bad breakup as well. And with that being said, like I one day walked into my collection and I was just like, I wasn't happy
Right.
with everything that I had. So I was just like, you know what? What is my specific line that I only want to collect? And,
Yeah.
I only wanted to collect some, of the vintage collections. I, wanted to keep some of my Hot Toys that I wanted. And I just wanted to keep the stuff that came from like a very happy and positive, peace of mind.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I went from having 100% collection, which was insane back in the days, and then I downsized to 35%.
Sure.
And, I sold 65% of my collection. And, like I was explaining to my boyfriend's family just earlier today when we were having dinner, like all that money that I made from selling, it wasn't that I needed money or anything whatsoever.
Sure. Yeah.
I have a really good job, but I used all that money. I put it in my savings. I gave my savings credit card to my mom and was like, do not, give me back this card until a year or two from now when the market drops. And I'm going to use that money and I'm going to go buy a house.
Oh, that's awesome. There you go. That's pretty cool.
So at a certain time, in your life, you want to do a little bit things that make you happy. And,
Sure.
it makes me proud with the collection room that I'm building now. It's something that's about me
Yep.
only, and it has nothing to do with anybody else.
Yeah.
It's my own thing. It's my
Exactly.
little sanctuary. I like going in that room and sitting there and just like looking around and going like,
Exactly.
"Holy crap, I made this myself."
Right.
Like
Yeah.
nobody helped me.
Yeah.
I carried all these bookcases with the help of friends. I also, put all these toys all together and everything. So it was just like, I was able to help myself.
That's awesome. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. I mean, there is no right and wrong. I say when it comes to collecting, as long as you're doing it responsibly, right? As long as you're not, affecting anybody else or yourself to a point where you're like, in a dire situation. Um, so I've never subscribed to the people that are like, oh, why are you gonna buy all this stuff? You're just gonna sell it later. I was like, because at the time, it made me happy, right? Now that can change, like you said, some things, things happen and you start seeing to in a different light your collection, right? Like you're like, you know what,
Yeah.
like you said, I'm not 100% happy with it, so there's no obligations here, right? Like you don't have to keep it. Like it's a hobby, right? Like nobody's forcing us to do it, so it should come from a place that you enjoy. And so I think that's very important for some people to hear, here in the collecting community, because it was important for me to hear, at a certain point too. um, that again, there's not necessarily any right or wrong answers here. Like you do what you love, as long as you love it, right? And if you don't
Yeah.
more, then maybe start considering, okay, why don't I love this anymore, right? Like maybe you went too big, you went too it's gotten too expensive for you, so maybe cut back. You don't have to keep going, is what I'm trying to say. You don't owe anybody any explanation. So it's your collection, it's your money, it's your space. So again, do what you like. So
Mhm.
I appreciate your input on that. And we're getting to the 1 hour mark here, which is crazy because time just flew by.
Flew by.
uh, so thank you so much for being here again. I really appreciate you carving out the time. Again, you're not even at home. You're actually
I
visiting
know.
people,
I was
and
trying to see if I can make this like a green screen and then just green screen
yeah.
my toy room in the back to just be like, "Hey guys, look, I'm home."
There you go. Awesome. Yeah, but no, I appreciate that. Like I said, thank you so much for joining us here. And let me just catch up here with the latest, with the last of the chat. We got LeBron asking you, "What's your favorite scary movie?"
All-time favorite scary movie of all time will be The Exorcist. I
Nice.
can watch that movie over and over, and from from what my boyfriend says all the time, my Amazon account scares the crap out of him because most of the
That's
time my
amazing.
Amazon account is either serial killer documentaries or horror films. And
Oh,
with The
that's cool.
Exorcist, I can quote it word for word.
Nice. Yeah. First of all, you cannot mess with the classics, and it doesn't get more classic than that. Okay, The Exorcist was just it. I'll be honest with you, it still holds up. I saw it last year again, and I was like, wow, like this thing is like, it's almost like timeless, Uh,
I know I was so disappointed. The 50-year anniversary for it was like a month ago, and it was when my ankle was still broken. So I wasn't like able to move around, but I
yeah,
had friends of mine who were sending me videos and they thought
yeah,
it was great.
yeah, absolutely. Nathan Bowden, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us. Saying hi. Most of that point with my collection and looking into how I can sell it. Yeah, man. And like I said, that is, I think we all go, sort of through that phase, right? At any given point. It just happens, right? Whether it be for space, whether it be some people, you just come to financial hardships. So,
Mhm.
sometimes sometimes it has to go, even if you don't want to. And that's fine. That's, you're lucky that you have an asset that you can, make use of, right? In times of need. Um, so yeah, again, absolutely, natural, I would say. And so okay, guys, once again, I just want to say thank you again to everybody that was here in the chat. Chat was on fire, had a hard time keeping up. uh
Thank you
you know
guys.
thank you so much for joining us here on the high ground once again. Nilda, you are welcome anytime. Okay, and I hope that you decide to come back, before long, and
Oh yeah, I definitely
show
want to come
us,
back.
just so you can show us, some more of the progression with your collection, right? That the way it's shaping up, it's looking really really cool.
I
uh
know everybody keeps asking me to do a room tour, but like I don't want to do something where it's like 25% done. So I want to
Yeah, I
do it
hear
where
you.
I'm like at 100%. So
Yeah.
I will do like the most epic room tour once it's completely done.
Oh, I can't wait. And it sounds like you got some really cool projects, in the works already. So that's going to be super dope. Guys, once again, seriously, go subscribe if you haven't to Appetite for Collectibles here on YouTube. Listen to her and, excuse me, I almost joked. On Wednesdays, on sorry, on the Sitcast Wednesdays. That's gonna be 7 p.m. 7:05, sorry, p.m. Central for us. 8:05 p.m. For Eastern. And so go check her out on Instagram. Go check her out, on TikTok, on Facebook, all of that good stuff. Once again, thank you guys for getting General Economics Bunker YouTube over to 750 subscribers. Again, that still feels like surreal to me. So thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate the help, the support, the comments, like I said, all of it. Uh, Before we leave, Flex wins, man. So
Flex.
congratulations once again. And thank you once again to all of you guys for supporting us, for being here on the chat. I hope that you have a really good rest of your week, which is, leading up to the weekend. So I hope the weekend is good. Um, Once again, Nilda, thank you so much for making time for us. And I
Thank
hope that
you.
everybody has a good night, a good week. Go watch Bad Batch if you haven't. You don't absolutely need to, but go watch it. I'm going to be doing a quick review tomorrow live on the debrief, tomorrow, Friday. And so if you'd like to join, we can chat about, what went on the episode. So quick stream, 30 minutes. We're just going to review the episode, talk about it a little bit, and head into the weekend. So I appreciate if you guys join. So once again, thank you guys, and may the force be with you.
Bye.